All right, so in an important game for the playoff standings, the Raiders defeat the Denver Broncos by a final score of 17-13. So now we've swept them. We swept them for the second year in a row. Feels good. Obviously, we beat them, a while ago at this point. But yeah, the Raiders, did good today in a close game. This game was intense, 17-13. It was pretty close. But their defense did rise to the occasion. This game started off pretty slow. No scoring in the first quarter. Second quarter had a lot of action. The Raiders did get a nice Hunter Renfrow touchdown, and the Broncos got a field goal. But Derek Carr threw a really bad interception at the end of the second quarter, right before halftime, that would eventually lead to a Bronco touchdown, which made it 13-7. However, the Raiders got a Peyton Barber touchdown coming off a really good drive from Josh Jacobs, and that was mid-third quarter. And then the Raiders kind of sealed the deal with a field goal in the fourth by Daniel Carlson, but the Broncos missed a field goal late, which really helped the Raiders, and their defense really stepped up the end in pressuring Drew Lock. Derek Carr had some issues. I mean, he fumbled the ball, he threw an interception, but he was 20 for 25. He was accurate passing, but he did make a lot of mistakes per usual. Yeah, Josh Jacobs had a really good game, though. He was only averaging about 4.8 yards a carry, which typical for Jacobs, but he did have 129 yards, and they utilized him a lot. He had close to 30 carries, 27 total. And Foster Moreau was used a lot in this game for the Raiders receiving-wise. He kind of sealed the game for them with a really nice catch at the end for the first down. He had 67 yards. Deshaun Jackson had 44, 50 for Zay Jones, and Renfrow had 40, and he also had the only receiving touchdown for the Raiders. And their defense did good as well. I mean, Max Crosby was pretty good. Desmond Trufant had 7 tackles. He led the game for tackles, and yeah, really good one for the Raiders, defensively. It was a close game, but I think I'll take it, at this point. We're coming off, a tough schedule coming up. We have the Colts and Chargers, so we need all we can get. Obviously, we won last week. So yeah, I'm happy. And, there was a lot of things around the league. If you're a Raider fan, you're probably scoreboard watching right now because there's a lot of other games going on that are important. We needed the Browns to lose, and that happened. We needed Pittsburgh to lose, and that happened. The Chargers lost. So a lot of good things are happening for us in terms of circumstance. We're 8-7 now. There's 2 games left. Like I said, we're going to play the Colts and then the Chargers, which are 2 good teams. So, I'm a little, worried about that, but I think I'm happy we won today. Drew Lock was the quarterback for the Broncos. Obviously, Teddy Bridgewater is out at the time, but, he didn't do super well. I mean, he was 15 of 22, 153 yards, pretty standard. But yeah, the Raiders, their run defense was pretty good in this game. I liked what I saw. I mean, Javonte Williams was the leading rusher for the Broncos with only a whopping 12 yards, so not very good. But the Raiders did good. They had, over double total yards that Denver did. They pretty much, they should have won by a lot more, I think, but I'm not going to complain. I just think Derek Carr, he's kind of banged up, and Marcus Mariota has COVID right now, so, we kind of need him to stay healthy at this point, but at the same time, he is making mistakes. But I'll take it. A win's a win. So I'm happy that the Raiders won. We're going to head on to the next week. I think, every game's important at this point. We still could make the playoffs. I mean, it's not super likely, but I think if we want to make the playoffs, we have to win every game at this point. And it starts with, today. So I think it's good. Their defense is good. It was, the Broncos missed that field goal, like I said, which kind of swung the momentum back to the Raiders, and the Raiders capitalized well. Getting that 17-13 victory. I mean, not a super good game in terms of scoring. They had problems with turnovers, like that interception that shouldn't have happened. But, I'm not going to complain. I mean, that was the Broncos' only touchdown in this game. So, yeah, we moved to 8-7 now. Like I said, 2 more games. If we win out, we're 10-7, which is a solid record. If we lose out, we're 8-9. So we have to capitalize now and win these rest of these games. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I want to commend Josh Jacobs. He did good. He wasn't good in these past couple of weeks. He really hasn't been doing good all year, and he did good today. And I think he was kind of, the reason we won in a way. But I do commend the receiving. Also, we didn't have Bryan Edwards either. Obviously, Waller's out. So Raiders are kind of shorthanded, right? So, yeah, I'm happy with what I saw. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys later. Go Raiders.